actually pushing for his retention for a few more months. What they are hinging it on the fact that he started the civil service reform, which of course are yielding gains. For instance, about the civil service, the civil service in the state, they said they'll be able to use electronic means to be able to know who are not ghost workers and all that. They'll be able to trim it down. Then those who, the pensioners, they also trim it down. Those who are pensionable are those who are being paid. And then they also said that he started reconstructing the assembly, the state assembly complex that was destroyed, that was demolished. Now he's almost finishing this, so allow it to finish so that the returning legislature can have a place to sit when they come back. So a lot of things have been thrown up for now, and they're also saying that Wike and him, Fubara, did not actually be reconciled, totally reconciled. That also was demonstrated during the local government elections. That Fubara's loyalists they boycotted the elections. So these are the things that are throwing up as pointers to the fact that.
But I think the listener needs to recall that 6 months will lapse on September
18. From March 18 to September 18.
6 months.
Yes.
So we are counting. Okay. How do you deal with this? A man killed younger brother, hides body in drum, according to the police.
In Kajola in Ogun State. How much? He said his younger brother, 18-year-old boy, that he unlawfully transferred 20,000 naira from his own account, from the suspect account to his own account, and then he manhandled that boy and killed him. So, in order for people not to know, he hid his body in a drum. He now sealed the drum. He was dragging the drum to go dispose of.
Are you sure he hid him?
No, that's what they said.
How come they have found it?
No, it's the story I'm telling you.
He not hide them well.
No, he hide them for inside drum. So I said he placed the drum on a bike. He was going to dispose of him somewhere. Then the drum fell from the bike. It was there. People now, okay, I was inside the drum. Now saw the decomposing body of his younger brother, because he hid him for a while because he felt that he had not found any clear, the coast was not clear for him to dispose of him, and then that's how he was arrested. He now confessed that the boy transferred 20,000 from his account to his own account and killed him.
Okay, man allegedly hangs self in Abuja.
Yeah, I case his name. His friends are saying up to now they do not know why he killed himself, and there was no suicide note, which of course is raising concern whether he actually killed himself or he was killed and made to look as if it was suicide. So I think the police has waded in, and then they're trying to look at the remote causes and all that. That's the story.
My people have a native way of determining
the BBOs.
Yes,
okay.
The BBO. They have a typical way of determining if a particular fellow hung himself or if he was killed.
Or they died. Natural cause. Okay. Can you borrow us in a dough?
No. Are you people planning that?
No. When anybody dies,
when we finish.
The video.
When we finish. But consider this one.
Yeah.
PDP civil war. Wike's rebels clash with Damagum's iron wall.
Well, civil war in parentheses, I suppose. Yeah, of course. But someone says it's damage gone. I say no, it's Damagum. Don't give another name there. He used to be a wiki loyalist. Then later, he swung his way, and then he's now in the Sheyi Makide's politicians. You say politician can never. This man just went there. I don't know how they make these calculations. Now he's the one, a former wiki loyalist, the one who is now at the forefront of Sheyi Makinde, throwing daggers. In the manner of speaking. But PDP, I don't know how PDP
speaking daggers.
But where they're speaking about, I hope they don't use any. The thing I don't know if PDP will ever find is so in the coming days. I don't know, and I hope they do. It will be better for us to have opposition in the system, which ADC appears to be playing now.
Hear this one. Peter Obi to Tinubu. Your vacation isn't more important than Nigeria's security.
He also said that Tinubu should look at it and see that he was away for a 5-day event abroad. He stayed away for 15 days, came back 6 days later. He's going to say he's counted. They say about 10 times now. He's gone to France between 2024 and 2025. He said that he pictured his painting as if the man is not comfortable with his home anymore. Okay, they say your house as if your house not do you.
Okay, I wonder how you react to this one. We are with The Guardian now. The Guardian leads with power glitch briefly halts Big Brother season 10 broadcast.
Yeah, I think but I don't always like to talk about that television
no
show, but
the
because
glitch.
it's in the news, yes. But it's mentioned. I don't ever want to mention anything about them, but that's personal to me. But I think they said they suspended it briefly because they wasn't supposed to have any blackout. But I asked myself, we're not supposed to have an automatic power changeover. That if they had a glitch, and then the generator, whatever they are using, can come into play, into operation. Then later they can rectify. But I don't know. I was not interested in the Big Brother. That's why I didn't read that story.
The Guardian is asking this question: where are the women in Nigeria's legislature?
Where are they? I think Buhari actually gave more opportunities. Was it Jaradua that gave more opportunity about 50? Okay, but there's this 35% affirmative action for women.
We are talking about what we see, what we have. In the 9th National Assembly, yes, there were 9 senators.
Yes, women.
Yes, female senators. In this current one, there are only 4.
And even for one of them,
and there are 16 in the House of Reps.
One of them is suspension from the Senator as we speak. But it's not. But again, I play small politics more. I mean, small politics for Edo as the we can call him SY, right? SY State Public Secretary of the ADC Edo State at 2018-2020. It was then I knew what actually is happening, because even me as myself, City Jones, we were holding meetings up to late in the night in hotels and all that. It was almost on a daily basis. So imagine if I would allow my wife to be going through, holding nocturnal meetings, or days on days, and for you to go every time. And the meetings we're not holding meetings in the day. I said, now which we be? Are we witches? That you have to call for meetings sometimes you have to start 7 p.m. and end at about 4 a.m. So what husband will allow that? Even if the woman was not married, do you know how society will look at that woman to say, this one where they always go meeting? So I think it's partly why it's responsible for that.
Charles, we have come a long way since Second Republic. In the Second Republic, there was only one. Franca. Yes. Then Bendel State. So we've come a long way.
But we've not changed.
But we still have a long way to go.
But how long? In Rwanda, you have more women in the National Assembly than men.
Rwanda is not Nigeria.
No, I'm only telling you. I'm making comparisons.
I'm wondering if there's a basis for comparison.
Well, there is. We are all Africans.
Okay. Trump at U.S. Open final. Great for tennis, says Alcaraz.
Well, my relative in Benin, where he actually stayed awake in the night to be watching. I said, me, I know they watch match. I know they watch. If not football, I could. Football, boxing, I used to be, but those punches and all that. I said, why people would even be the executive of money? So that's why I unfollowed boxing. But for tennis, I think it's actually, they said there are new kids on the block. Federal, of them, they are out of the system right now. But
no,
Federal is no more. It's number one.
Yeah,
it's number one.
Yannick Sinner.
Yes, Yannick, exactly. Yes,
the Italian.
Yeah, the Italian is now.
Alcaraz number 2, and they are facing themselves.
Yes,
tomorrow
exactly.
In the final.
What happened? Okay, that was the
no. Alcaraz dismissed Djokovic.
Djokovic, Djokovic also is the same for a long time.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay. Customs celebrates Ogboru's remarkable motorbike journey from Nigeria to Belgium.
Which of Ogboru?
That's why you must buy the paper.
I didn't read that.
The Guardian.
I missed that out.
Okay.
You carry Okada, go from there to.
Yeah.
I mean, Okada, not Okada.
But Ajala did it.
Not today. Don't take.
Yeah. Okay. Tinubu congratulates Zamfara governor on 60th birthday.
So the man is 60.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, man. This man that is made that. Okay, let me say the street, but the man is making him out that in 2 months he can end the insurgency and banditry if only he's given the.
If only he's what?
He's allowed to command the structure. That provides will get as a bill, get killed. How would you allow a civilian to be commanding when you're not the president? The president is the only one that the constitution has given that right as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, not any state governor. So he said if he's allowed to command forces, that in 2 months he will end banditry and insurgency in this country. And people are applauding him, tying it to state police and rest of all those other things.
I believe him more.
How?
Well,
when he's the predecessor is the Minister of State Defense, he couldn't even do anything, and now I hear that there's no love lost between them.
Oh yeah. Okay, we move to the nation now. 19 minutes past 7 for your time check. The nation leads with this one. Hear this, Charles. Disquiet in Osun community as crown of monarch jailed in the US goes missing.
Well, I don't know what this crown. I think somebody said is being
kept like a regent.
Yeah, it's being kept by the custodian, but the custodian is talking. I understand Femi Adesina the other day. There was this rumor that Femi Adesina was going to be taking his place, but he came out to say no. He only was recognized in 2022 as they gave him. I can't remember what title. No, he said nobody that he's not going to take over. I know that Femi Adesina, remember him, our man, who was Buhari's spokesperson. So, but the way he came, he is both Canadian and Nigerian. He came, he succeeded. Even he said the time they actually asked, the time he became a candidate. But people were saying, no, how could the man who had been abroad be? How can he be the custodian of our culture and all that? When he came, he brought his wife back. When he traveled to the US, he left the wife to be holding meeting. But he said, no, this is they call it I think what do you call it in Yoruba? A war. A war.
Abomination.
How can a woman now be supreme when the woman is not even a regent? No, he couldn't have it. And they said when the man came, he said the palace was not befitting for his status, so he demolished the palace to rebuild. Then for there, they now babam.
Okay.
Over there, and then the palace remain in ruins.
All right, please read that story in the nation today. Disquiet in Osun community as crown of monarch jailed in US goes missing.
Ibetu Modu. I hope I got the
Ibetu Modu.
Yeah.
Okay, why registration of new parties is delayed, INEC?
Well, they said I think the number is even staggering.
100 plus.
What is wrong with us? Okay, you want to make the people to believe you are serious, that you couldn't even all of you to lump yourself into one or two parties to make it strong enough, just like APC did in the amalgamation of many of several parties that time. You are now you want to multiplicity of parties. How do you expect to wrest power from the incumbent?
I know for any student listening to us, there are 18 registered political parties.
But how many of them are even in national reckoning as we speak?
No.
More than
all 18 would be on the ballot box, on the ballot paper.
The Edo by-election coming up in about 2 weeks' time. Only seven parties are going to be on the ballot. But how many are going to be there fielding candidates? So well, I think for me it shows some seriousness.
You mentioned Edo in passing.
Yeah, I just mentioned in passing. No, but so, as comparison.
Okay. Here this one. 2027. Jonathan in dilemma. Associate split.
Yes, like what Professor Kemo said as a lawyer. But I understand. You read. I said to shut up. It's Jonathan's brother said you should shut up. What does it know? When we were in the trenches, where were you? You were just a boy to Ghanaian for him. Keep quiet when lawyers are talking, not you. But he said that according to the Supreme Court pronouncement, that if you have been sworn in twice, you are no longer eligible for another term. Which of course they are also saying is the case in Ondo right now.
That's a little dramatic, yes. If not curious.
Yes. They say even Ayedatiwa is also facing that. But another school of thought, you said they are in division. They are even saying that
Ayedatiwa was sworn in a first time as a deputy governor.
No, they say he took over. I was sworn in again at the passing of his principal. That's exactly what they're counting against Jonathan. That when his principal passed, he was sworn in as a substantive president. And then he won again as sworn in. So 2 times.
Okay. Rivers set for Fubara's return as IBAS prepares exit report.
And then another report we said earlier was that they are saying IBAS is romancing with the toy with the to whether I should finish the House of Assembly project or not. But I just let them allow this man return, even though they said he had been caged already because structure will be taken away from him. Having all the state assembly members are now wickets. The state has the local government are now wickets and all that. So I wish how do you call it? I think they call it rebellions. I wish rebellions well actually.
Okay. We are rebuilding APC in Oyo State, says Oseni.
Well, they are rebuilding because it's a PDP state as we speak.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes. Yeah. But the way she is going, I don't think he wants to let any other party even raise their head above waters. But if they are rebuilding, then in the days to come, we see how powerful it might become.
Even she cannot do that. The governor cannot. The electors have the final say.
No, for party, it's not about electors. For party, it's about party members. It is for elections
but
that electors.
Everything is settled at the ballot box.
You
on election morning.
He didn't say they are coming to win. They said they are rebuilding. So the rebuilding, the onus lies on them as the members of the party to now begin to put all the blocks in place. One after the other to whether it's skyscraper they are building, we wait to see.
Okay. Let's try other stories in other papers. The Daily Post is here. 2026 World Cup qualifier. Nigeria in difficult position now.
Very tight.
Super Eagles midfielder Frank Onyeka.
Onyeka actually, I read that very tight. They are playing Rwanda today.
Rwanda, yeah.
So permutation have started. I listened to you and our friend Effiong last Saturday.
Yeah.
Permutation has started again. If we even according to Yoka, if we beat Rwanda today and beat South Africa on Tuesday, and they have 6 points.
If CAF punishes South Africa. Ineligibility
and all that. So they already matches are not played. They are already wishing for 6. We have 6 points now. 7 points.
6.
Okay, we will now be 12. But South Africa already has how many? I think they have.
I think South Africa won yesterday.
Yeah, they won.
They are topping
they have 12 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
12 or 15, I can't recall. I think they are it's a wide margin. So we're saying if we win them today, if we defeat them today,
we are playing them next.
Yeah, today. No,
Tuesday. Yeah.
We are playing one. They are Mavubi. I'm going to call them. And then we are playing them on Tuesday. Like if we win today, we win on Tuesday. We have 6 points, making 12 points. You see, we started again.
Tambuwal accuses Tinubu of destabilizing opposition parties.
Yes, he said particularly they have invited El Rufai and some other people at DSS about the clashes in Kaduna, and then they also said that there's also a speculation that the attack on Malami was also politically motivated, that the incumbent doesn't want the opposition to breathe at all. So they are just these are allegations that remains on the plane of speculations.
Okay, your state is in the news, Charles.
For the right reason, I suppose.
You determine. Despite Edo government denial, secular directing teachers to cut grass surfaces.
Teachers and principals. But I think we see, City Jones, we study the language, the English language. There's what is called text linguistics, which you use to understand the context and the content of what has been said.
Let's give context to this one.
Yes. So they relied on the content or the content of the secular
yeah.
to say that principals and the teachers to make their schools compound ready. Now that's the content. To say they should be. I mean, what circular will now ask a principal to be cutting grass and teachers? So go back, ensure you clean your compound to make it ready for the resumption of the school. Does it in context is that in context is that supposed to say that the principal and the teachers should now go hold machetes to be cleaning grasses? In content, does it just rely on the content? They say no. You can say VOP staff, please go and make your offices ready. Don't they have cleaners? Does it mean that the GM to now be cleaning his desk and all that? The content, but they forgot that there's a context in whatever has been written. The circular says they ready all schools to go and make their compound ready for resumption. And they're now saying they ask principals and teachers to be now clearing grasses.
All right, Charles, let's leave that there.
But no, because it's my say, that's why they vex.
No vex now.
Okay, sorry.
We negotiated with bandits during my tenure in Sokoto, Tambuwal.
Yeah, it's not new. It is not new. Even in Kaduna now, the other day, Bago of Niger State was also saying that Kaduna State, because you negotiated with bandits, you are now having a purchased peace.
Relative calm.
Yeah, purchased sorry, what was it called? Peace.
Yeah.
Then those other ones you think you have paid, they're now coming to Niger State because we refused to negotiate with them to now be committing havoc over here. Why would we even be dialoguing with criminals and you're not paying them to in order for you to purchase peace? But they've been doing it in almost all northern states, and yet has this stopped criminalities over there? The answer is no.
All right, Arewa youths demand probe of Senator Buba over alleged ties to bandits.
Well, it's an allegation. If they have any evidence, let them bring such forward so that the authorities can look at it.
Have you heard this? 2027, Wike's plan to make PDP unstable to field Jonathan. Peter Obi Yusuf is saying this.
Yes, well, he said that it was warning PDP. That he said we've been here. That if you want to destroy PDP, go and bring Peter Obi back. Now bringing Peter Obi back, we nailed the last. We did the last of the coffin.
Peter a bona fide member of PDP. The Labour Party?
See, I know. As I want to be very careful the way I speak now because I know that the people who are emotionally attached to this story over there who are listening. If we're not careful, if Peter Obi is not careful, Peter Obi may not be a candidate to 2027. If he's not careful, because as we speak, Peter Obi is not as we call the benefit member of any party as we speak. He's romancing with ADC, but not a member. There are speculations that PDP are cutting him. PDP is cutting him. He's not a member. There are also speculations that he said that he said they are going to feed. They are going to be running on the joint ticket. So is he a Buddhist? Is he a member of a Buddhist faction or non-Adidas man's faction? So as we speak, as I said, if those of you who are listening are obedient, please go talk to this principal. The way he's going, the man should actually announce where he belongs. 2027 is around the corner. If care is not taken, Obi may belong to no party and no ticket. It may not be on any ballot.
And in this connection, Charles, I'm sure you remember the quote credited to the late French
Napoleon.
Yeah,
that Roboman.
Napoleon Bonaparte said, in politics, if your enemy is making a mistake,
allow him.
Don't interrupt him.
Help him to make one mistake. But it's just like what is happening now. That's what people were saying. What is Professor Kamo's own inside it? He said, what is your own inside? But saying, don't feed Jonathan. Or if you feed, you will lose the election. Are you there to make them win the election in the first place?
Okay then. Take a time from us. 28 minutes to 8. That's our time from here. And that is radio time, I should tell you. I'd rather we made it a dialogue. Let's open the telephone lines. So, listener, if you feel up to joining issues or raising new ones, do so now. I have a first listener here. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. All right. We're trying to make sure you get to hear us, you know. This is newspaper headliners reaching you from radio, Voice of the People Radio. Hello, good morning. No luck. Okay then. Hello, good morning. No luck again. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah, but we're trying to put you on air. Charles, you know, it's
technology sometimes fails us while we're doing this job.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I even say, even when during your time, I mean, when I mean your time, Radio Nigeria, the analog days, you didn't have any callers. So you ran your show. No. In the beginning, before 2021, before 2001, I mean, when the telephoning, you know, became part of broadcasting.
I don't understand you.
No, before 2001, that
radio
became
Radio Nigeria too.
Yeah. 90, yeah, you had 90. So please forgive me, 90. You don't say.
Yeah, exactly. Now new school, they worry.
90. Did I remember that?
We our station actually started the telephone.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
In the 70s. Yeah.
What do you call that Saturday morning show those days? There was one popular show, Radio Nigeria, Saturday morning.
This is the Voice of the People Radio. So I'll ask for a copy of the schedule.
Okay, that's it.
Back then.
So that exactly, I will look at it.
That's if you will wait.
Till when?
Okay, the engineer is still trying to get you to speak with us.
Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm Ejiofor calling from Electoral Kingdom.
Ejiofor, are you? Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, my take is on next weekend. Destroying PDP if they call MP to be back. Well, I'm seeing next weekend as Lions of Rivers. And the weekend might end up destroying himself before 2027. Good morning.
How is that going to happen?
Thank you.
The man is getting stronger and they become more relevant and valued by the ruling government. So I don't know how he's going to destroy himself. I don't know.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, this is John.
Good
morning.
Welcome.
Charles, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, let me call you this morning concerning you say it's not content, it's contest. The statement from those state government. The one that he said I'm going to give those people insecurity is also a contest. The one that he said that
let us deal with the story at hand, please.
Yes, but if you don't want to do so, you supposed not digress to the
don't
shout.
How is it possible for a principal to be asked to be cutting grass? Is it possible, sir?
Ask them. Because he said that yes, it's possible because he said I'm going to give that. No, he's going to do that security. That's what he said. He said he's still going.
But please, can you allow me to clear this for once on this station? No. That video, let me explain, because I asked them to send me the original speech made by the governor. It was doctored, and I stand by it. Because it's my state, and as a journalist, the other day they also said Peter B said that I pulled out 439 million people out of poverty. I said, how many are we in Nigeria? He said, and pulled out. China did this, and not I. For this one you mentioned, what the man said that. He said, I will supply amenities, I will do that, I will fight insecurity. Now they now put I will give you and then add the insecurity to it. How could you have said so?
Charles,
I call for the original video. It was doctor.
Just a minute.
Yes.
I think it pays the listener at this point in time. Let me make it clear. It pays the listener to stick with what we
what
share.
exactly, particularly I only made those
because
in passing.
The ethics of this job are as binding on the journalist broadcaster as are those of medicine and law
and accounting,
on the doctor and lawyer.
Other professions.
So please don't tell us what you think. Tell us what we shared, because the stories are here right before us. Okay, the line is free. Let's get to hear you. Don't set agenda for us. It's our business to set agenda.
Already, yes.
Okay.
Someone is there? But how could somebody even believe that a government will ask principals to be cutting grass?
Hello, good morning to you. Hello, are you there? You are on air. Please speak. Okay. You elected not to speak. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Put this noise away. I beg, help us to help you. Okay, go on.
Hello, morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Danjuma, calling from Lagos.
Danjuma, welcome.
Yeah. So on the speech of the governor of Zamfara, I think the federal government need to at least give some power also to the governors.
What story are you reacting to?
You said?
Which story are you reacting to?
No, from the speech, as in from the speech of the Zamfara state governor that said he doesn't have power to command the security operative, to go to the bandits.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm trying to be with you.
Okay. So I think they should be given the power at least to command the security operative, because he said he wants command them, he knows where they are, and he command them to, and there was an order from the federal government that they should retrieve.
Thank you.
Okay, it's about this Zamfara.
Yeah. He's talking about a speech.
Yeah. What's his name?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Kolawole. Mr. Charles.
Kolawole, good morning.
How's everything, sir?
Everything is fine, thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to talk about El-Rufai statement. That statement is very big allegation.
Which statement? No. Did I share any story concerning El-Rufai today?
This is not Honorable Michael.
Concerning bandits.
Please,
a
different station you are listening to, please.
Not El-Rufai today on the news for
us. Interesting. Hello, good morning.
Very interesting. Joe.
Welcome.
Very good morning to all of you in the studio.
Good morning to you.
My name is why calling you from Oshodi this morning. Can I talk about this Zamfara governor?
Yes, go ahead. It's in the news.
Because when this man is saying this, if you know where those people are, why can't you immediately contact the chief of army staff, the Air Force, the police? This man, what he's saying now, for me, it is a query from Nigeria. As a city governor, this is of the state. If you have no power, you have no vigilante, you have no amateur to deal with these people, why can't you go to office? No need to go to Mr. President. If you go to the Air Force, Navy, or Army, if they don't listen to you, before you can go to Mr. President.
All right, 60 seconds are up. Thank you. Charles, but quickly, let's state it here that every state, including mine, holds security meetings chaired by the governor. And that is because a governor is the chief executive officer of a state.
Both is chief executive and the chief is a security officer.
Yeah. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Igidi. I'm calling from Ago.
All right, let's go.
I want to let Minister Wike to know that from the beginning he wants to kill the PDP because in 2023 he worked against his party because the party did not zone their presidential candidate to the south. Now it has been zoned to the south, and they still have his own support in another party, and they still telling the party what he wants. What do Wike actually want? Because it's open. He can even go and contest if he wish. But now you see the meeting he's holding with the secretary.
Which story are we
and the other members?
Which story are we talking about?
The story we are talking about is that Wike will destroy PDP if they bring in Obi or Jonathan. Is it not part of your headline that you read?
Go on.
So why will only one person be saying that it's going to destroy a party? Already you know that person already have determined to destroy the party, and his antecedent has shown so. Look at what happened.
Thank you. 60 seconds up. Yeah. Please stick with 60 seconds.
60 seconds, then the system cuts you off. If
yeah.
you go beyond that.
I have another listener here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones.
Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Dao.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I want to come. This is Mary, I'm coming from Testac. I want to comment on what, from your report, what you said, Tambuwal said, that the movement to the is national consciousness, which Mr. Dao was trying to counter. That some people are making some good money in this government. I don't support that line because I know my age. I know that most of I know Mr. Jones, you are much aged. At this level, I have not seen a government as bad as this. And yesterday, somebody was doing a report.
You have not what?
You are not seeing the government as bad as this.
As bad as this economically. Where somebody was saying VOP that people now go to take dog's food to eat. He wanted to mention them. I think Esther was according to that program. It's been this bad. So Tinubu should be a national
Let's
conscious.
deal with stories I shared with you.
I'm talking about
Please.
what Tambuwal said. Tambuwal said that this is a national cry. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, we should come out and get Tinubu out of that place.
Thank you.
Be there.
Thank you.
Okay, Tambuwal saying that. I said, well, what I said is that you can't controvert that. Some people are saying that they made money in this. I said that's their own. That's what they said.
Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. This is Jones.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ikoton. Hello?
Good morning. Peter.
Yeah, good morning, Charles Pedro, my friend. God bless you. Yeah, the coming back of Fubara to his seat on the 18th of this month, September 2025, should be made sacrosanct. They should not play with it at all. Let Fubara come back to his seat. Understand? So that we know whether he has learned his lessons or not. So if he has not learned his lessons, that will be for him. And that will make Nigerians know that perhaps he has not learned his lessons. But for them to play with it, he's coming back to shift it to another date, I will not support it. So let him come back on the 18th of September.
Thank you. 60 seconds on the dot. Yeah.
I think he's used to it now. I hear his voice here every time.
Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah. You are using bedroom voice, so come to the parlor.
Yeah.
Go on, please.
I want to don't where you journalists and
Please call back. We hardly could hear you. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome.
This caller will calling back. I'm speaking concerning what Timber said, that in his own time he negotiated with bandits. Is that not?
Yeah.
But why matter was that government is paying bandits. So he's accusing the federal government and the state government of Kaduna that they are paying bandits, which means they are supporting bandits. In which it's a very big allegation. So that is the reason why they invited him to come and explain, to come and give evidence. Now the opposition are now saying that federal government is fighting the opposition. If you come on national commission and start saying things that can destroy Nigeria, that can bring something that commission Nigeria, you should be invited and should be investigated. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, the line is free now. Let's hear what you want to say about the story that caught your fancy. Maybe you want to raise new new questions,
on the stories.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I didn't finish my 60 seconds. This is Mayor. I'm saying how many Nigerians, I'm asking Mr. Deho, how many Nigerians are now enjoying, they're making this money that he's talking about? That is just my question. Okay. How many Nigerians are making this money that you say that people are cashing in on civil government? Thank you. Have a pleasant weekend.
Mayor,
what is the proportion, percentage?
Okay, don't misquote me. What I said, I hear some people say. I'm not the one saying people are making money.
You are not the author.
Yeah, there's a difference between.
How many? Number.
Sir. I said I hear people. I'm a journalist. I cannot be telling you I had 80. I said I often hear people say 1 or 2 or 3. And they made more money than previous government. That's what I said. I'm not saying. I am not giving a stamp of authority to what I said. This is speculation. People are saying they even make that you cannot have a government where you have people all of them hating the government, all of them liking the government. There will always be division in opinions and all that. That's how it goes, Mr. Mayor. Even in Abia State, where there are people, it's been said that Lesotho is doing well. People are also questioning him.
Peter Mba is also doing well.
And then there are some people who are also saying no.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Chike. I'm calling from Ababa.
Go on.
I agree with the guest in the studio. There are some people who are making more money now than other regimes. But the difference is the spending is bigger than, like, take for instance, the car that sold for 3-4 million naira in Buhari regime are now above 15 million. So to say that some people are not making, I'm a good example. I make times of how much I make during Buhari time. So the difference is that the expenses is bigger than what we spend that time.
Thank you. I mean, this is an example of what I said earlier. I mean, Mayor, somebody else, he said he is using it as an example. There are other people who are making money. I don't know who they are.
Many states are able now to repay loans.
Loans, exactly, because they're making more money.
Because more money is going to states.
What this guy who just says that, but they're spending too much, you're spending more.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Citizen George.
Welcome.
My name is Obina, calling from Electoral.
All right, Obina.
It is now certain that they are calling Kubara back on the 18th of this month.
Okay, they are not called Oga.
They are calling Bagabito.
The thing lapses on the 18th.
Yes,
that's all.
Statutorily.
Okay. I want to say my opinion.
Okay.
If I were at Kubara, I will not come back. Because there is nothing in this world. The reason is this world you must die. I will not come back to that seat. I will not. I'm okay. Fubara is not a poor man. I'm okay. Only the world is greedy. What am I coming back there to do? I will not come back to that seat. Let them take their seat. After all, everybody is going to die. Okay. Even though you are there, a day will come, you will die. If I were to Fubara, my own opinion, as I live my life, I will not come back to Fubara. I will not come back to that seat.
Right. Thank you. We'll leave it there 60 seconds.
It's possible Fubara or his people are listening to you now. They may be listening to you and then they may take a cue from them, but I don't see that
Charles, whether anybody likes it or not, September 18th will be here. And whatever news that arises from there, we'll share.
Yes, exactly. That's it.
Hello, good morning to you. Wait, no. I hardly could hear you. Hello, good morning to you. Are you there?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Welcome.
Man in the city. Yeah, I'm Mr. Isaac. I'm calling from Quebec.
Go on.
So my only point on the issue of OT, as the man has to fight his party. But I just want to tell you that Obi may not be desperate as people think. Obi said he will be coming to change certain things and get away. He may not decide to force himself into any party. He may resign and go back to the state. So we, the journalists and the reporters, allow him. If he didn't get a space in the other party, he can resign and go away. Even if I can see him, I will advise him to give chance from that position.
Thank you. Except that you have no right to think for Obi. Thank you.
Thank you. This is not even so journally. This is also not just. I also give an advice that please.
Obi can
what I'm saying, I can advise him if I have the opportunity.
6 seconds out. Thank you. We got your first time.
What I'm saying that you people should not be quarreling with the people that bring their opinion.
Please, you don't talk about opinion here.
Who is quarreling?
React to the stories we share. That's all. As simple as that.
I mentioned that I said people are very emotional. I may mention it.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones.
Welcome.
I greet your guest.
I greet you too.
Okay. On the part of weekend, saying that if they bring the P2B, PDP will be destroyed. You see, when evil fester for too long, it becomes the norm. This weekend has been left to do whatever he likes. I don't know what is the secret, why they should allow this man to do anything he likes in
I don't
PDP.
know. I don't know the story you are reacting to.
I'm reacting. He said that if they bring the PDP.
Time is tight, please.
Let me tell you, on this job, we are part of the people that taught me on this job. One thing I realize is that when you are making an analysis and then you cite examples, they would rather settle on the example than the main story.
Charles, the people who established this business
they said rules.
One of the functions is the media will set agenda, not the public setting for us. Charles, thank you very kindly.
I appreciate. I will have I want to go and with what I've got. Where do they sell Kobe? Then I go chop Kobe later in the day.
I have to ask.
But the other one I say is a scam. You say, what do you call that? There's no Kobe now. It's a scam. Small something for inside something.
Thank you, Charles. Good morning, folks.
Yeah, thank you.
Our next show is 5 minutes away.
Supposed to inform.
Recently, that people are getting to know about themselves, about their physique. That is women, black women.
Educate.
So what you need to do now is go to
and also entertain you.
Tractor systems are offline. #1 for today's hits and all-time favorites.
This is Voice of the People. But wait a minute. When it's time to speak your mind, where do you go? Don't go too far. Here at Voice of the People Radio, VOP 90.3 FM, we give you a voice. A radio station is supposed to inform.
Recently, that people are getting to know about themselves, about their physique. That is women, black women.
Educate.
So what you need to do now is go to
and also entertain you.
Tractor systems are offline. #1 for today's hits and all-time favorites.
This is Voice of the People. But wait a minute. When it's time to speak your mind, where do you go? Don't go too far. Here at Voice of the People Radio, VOP 90.3 FM, we give you a voice.
We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
24 hours a day, 52 weeks around the calendar. We give you in-depth analysis and keep you up to date. From current news to critical mind-blowing conversation.
Many Nigerians in some of the states already hit by the cash crunch express frustration in accessing cash.
They need to tell us what team go fit benefit them.
We are the voice of the nation. We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM Lagos. Feel the impulse of our diverse perspectives. This is the radio station that gives you a voice. VOP 90.3 FM, now you have a voice.
Drug use has been prevalent amongst the youths. What do you think can be done differently?
This is simple. It is because of the way they find themselves. When you engage them in the right direction, when they become productive, the values that shape a society is critical in behavior and controlling what people want to do to earn a living.
About 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 are drug abusers. Spends approximately $15,000 and $30,000 annually on psychotropic drugs and alcoholic beverages, respectively.
The Senate accordingly resolved to mandate the Committee on Drugs and Narcotics, direct the Nigerian Education Research and Development Council to review the Nigerian curriculum for basic and secondary education to include special drug education as a compulsory subject in such schools. Direct the National Universities Commission to make the inclusion of special drug education as a compulsory course in the General Studies program, while the National Orientation Agency and the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria should increase the rate of public campaign against drug abuse in Nigeria.
This is Voice of the People,
90.3 FM.
We give you a voice.
We can start little. Yes, we can start with a little bit of a quantum. Yes, we could have done it in the southwest. It is capable and possible that it is doable in Nigeria. We must listen. Professor Dora Akinyili, at the height of it, also listen and realize that the political class were not doing the right thing. And her action in raising her hands and saying, all of us collectively have failed as politicians. This was in the days of wanting to get Jonathan on the doctrine of necessity that eventually came. Let's do what is right. Let's stop the bad things we are doing. Let's continue to say that we can learn from the sphinx, from the ash of our misrule. Let's bring the people. They are going to be the ones that will be our ambassadors. They are going to be the ones that will be our foot soldiers who will see something and say something in terms of our security. They will still be the same set of people who will see somebody, in distress and still come to that person's assistance by setting the right policies. Yes, I am absolutely, and I repeat, in alignment with the policy that we must recalibrate Nigeria. We must burst the bubble. Yes, the people are in pains, are in dire needs. Example has to be shown by the politicians. We must say this is exactly what we are making, and a large chunk of that, in alignment with United Nations prescription, should go for the things that matter: human capacity development and education.
Okay, let's break it down now into compartments. Some of the arguments for the demand for higher pay rise, higher pay for university professors include: one, inadequate funding for education.
That should be upped.
Yeah,
and I hear that there are plans for it to be upped now. It should go beyond platitudes. We want to begin to see action.
Yeah. Deteriorating work conditions.
Again, that applies to virtually all aspects of workforce in Nigeria. But let's give that a kind of education. Why, for instance, will a university of learning not be able to generate their power and use their power and get it distributed? I know policy is already looking at that, but you have to give them the seed capital to be able to do that.
Can we look at unfulfilled promises?
One of them is the fact that their allowances should be paid. You should not just pay 50 billion. Can we look at it holistically, and can the federal government now say to itself, I am going to spend less on myself, I'm going to spend less on the political office holders surrounding me, I'm going to call my subnational governors, I'm going to say, look, this is exactly what I'm doing, this is exactly what we should do. Can we all jointly sidestep our rules of engagement and says certain percentage of our earnings, of what Nigeria earns legitimately, including the fallout of our reforms that we are meeting target over and above, should be set up for the universities with proper structure in such a way and manner that they will give us scorecard of how they are doing some of these things. It's not something we can achieve in 1 year, in 4 years, perhaps in 10 years, but it's achievable when we just start and we begin to see how we progress.
Let's look at some of the impact of this trouble in the ivory towers on education. Okay, brain drain is one of them,
and the brain drain will continue, and the little raw materials that we have had to train our nurses, train our doctors, train our lecturers in solidity, including what I call the African morals, all joined into one, will be taken off by others. And we can only do that if we make ourselves competitive in such a way and manner and say, look at our fauna and our flora, look at our weather. You are not going to have to go out somewhere there and then begin to suffer, untold weather. We can give it to you here, and you are going to be by far better. We used to have it before, and we can still have it.
Okay, decreased value of the profession. We are talking about a knowledge economy that's poorly compensated,
Exactly.
In my country, your country.
In our country. So we should value knowledge. A Professor Chike Obi, a Professor Awujobi, with all what she did and how it ended up. Let's learn from there. We have so many professors, Obi, Awujobis here in our country, in our Silicon Valleys. People are coming and say, look, this is where it should be. Let's develop this to now export, like we exported our law at one point in time, Aguda, what he did in Uganda.
Okay, Mr. Fatunke, we have less than 3 minutes to go. So quickly, let's talk about my school, your school, the Lagos Baptist Academy. We're still talking education here. The school would be 170 years old some days. How soon? Tell
that
us
day would be October 24, year 2025. Not many institutions can say that they have lived and are still on their feet. Baptist Academy turned 170 years in October, but we are going back to school. We are going back to basis. I am so happy and I'm so proud. Citizen Jones, we are also an owners of that school. And so we are going to First Baptist Church on Broad Street tomorrow, which is September 7 at 10 o'clock, to go to where we started from. So on behalf of the president of the association.
In 1854.
1855.
Okay, 1855.
Where we started from. Where the Reverend Joseph Harding and his wife, they came as Masons. They started a school from there before we eventually now moved to where we are at Obanikoro
that place at Obanikoro, must let the listener know, used to be the campus of the Lagos University of Lagos.
And if you went in there back in the day, you knew you were going to a citadel of learning. We are going back to school, and part of a lot of activities that we are going to be doing, tree planting. We are going to be recognizing 170 great heroes of this country, and we are going to be making statements to government in respect to strike or no strike. We have blueprints in alignment with the Alliance for Legacy Schools like ours. I want to say a big thank you to the governor of Lagos State who came visiting us and who has promised that he's going to do more. And we are asking that more should come and emulate some of the things that we are doing in Baptist Academy. And so say yay. What is the matter with the team?
The team is all right.
Who says so?
Everybody.
And who is everybody?
The Baptist.
So say 3 hearty cheers to the Baptist. I say ra, say ra, say ra, ra, ra. Mr. Olumide Ajomale, the Bausa president, his vice president, Professor Fora Duwata Paul, a pastor, is the ESCO team, and our board of trustees. I'm saying thank you very much.
And happy birthday.
And happy anniversary. Dr. Onifade. Daniel.
I can thank
Onifade.
You. Time is tight. We must go.
We are saying a big thank you for being the chair.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye now.